Salman Rushdie still hospitalized as attack suspect pleads now not responsible. Acclaimed creator Salman Rushdie remained hospitalized on Saturday with severe injuries a day after he became time and again stabbed at a public look in New York country, even as police sought to decide the reason behind an attack that drew international condemnation. The accused attacker, 24-year-old Hadi Matar of Fairview, New Jersey, pleaded no longer guilty to counts of tried murder and assault at a court look on Saturday, his court-appointed attorney, Nathaniel Barone, instructed. Rushdie, 75, became set to deliver a lecture on artistic freedom at Chautauqua Institution in western New York when police say Matar rushed the level and stabbed the Indian-born author, who has lived with a bounty on his head because his 1988 novel, The Satanic Verses, precipitated Iran to induce Muslims to kill him. Following hours of surgical procedure, Rushdie became on a ventilator and not able to talk as of Friday evening, consistent with his agent, Andrew Wiley. The novelist changed into possibly to lose an eye fixed and had nerve damage in his arm and wounds to his liver, Wiley said in an email. Wiley did not respond to messages inquiring for updates on Rushdie's circumstance on Saturday, even though the New York Times mentioned that Rushdie had commenced to speak, citing Wiley. The stabbing was condemned with the aid of writers and politicians around the arena as an attack on freedom of expression. In an assertion on Saturday, President Joe Biden counseled the standard beliefs that Rushdie and his work encompass. Truth, courage, resilience, the potential to share thoughts without worry, Biden mentioned. These are the constructing blocks of any loose and open society. Neither neighborhood nor federal authorities provided any extra info at the research on Saturday. Police mentioned on Friday they'd no longer installed a reason for the attack. And preliminary regulation enforcement review of Matar's social media money owed confirmed he turned into sympathetic to Shiite extremism and Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps (IRGC), despite the fact that no definitive hyperlinks were found, in step with NBC New York. The IRGC is a powerful faction that controls an agency empire in addition to elite armed and intelligence forces that Washington accuses of wearing out a worldwide extremist campaign. Asked to touch upon the case, Matar's legal professional Barone said, "We're sort of within the early levels and, quite frankly, in cases like this, I assume the important factor to keep in mind is people want to preserve an open thoughts. They need to have a look at everything. They cannot just assume something occurred for why they suppose something occurred." A preliminary hearing inside the case is scheduled for Friday, he said. Matar became born in California and lately moved to New Jersey, the NBC New York file mentioned, including that he had a faux driving forces license on him. He became arrested on the scene through a state trooper after being wrestled to the floor by audience contributors. Witnesses stated he did not talk as he attacked the writer. Rushdie was stabbed 10 times, prosecutors stated all through Matar's arraignment, in keeping with the Times. The assault turned into premeditated. Prosecutors stated in court docket that Matar traveled by means of bus to Chautauqua Institution, an academic retreat approximately 12 miles 19 kilometers from the shorelines of Lake Erie, and bought a bypass that admitted him to Rushdie's Communicate, the Times stated. Attendees mentioned there were no obvious safety assessments. The county district attorney's workplace did now not respond to requests for comment on Saturday. FBI investigators went to Matar's remaining listed address, in Fairview, a Bergen County borough just across the Hudson NYSE, HUD River from Manhattan, on Friday night, NBC New York reported. There turned into no-scene police presence on Saturday at the house, a two-story brick-and-mortar home in a largely Spanish-speaking neighborhood. A girl who entered the house declined to speak to newshounds accumulated outside. Bounty on his head. Rushdie, who became born into a Muslim Kashmiri-owned family in Bombay, now Mumbai, before moving to Britain, has lengthy confronted demise threats for the Satanic Verses, considered via a few Muslims as containing blasphemous passages. The book changed into banned in many nations with large Muslim populations. In 1989, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, then Iran's ideal chief, said a fatwa, or spiritual edict, calling on Muslims to kill the author and everybody concerned in the ebook for blasphemy.